This is a special report. We think history moves slowly, that our world is permanent. But history teaches otherwise. Empires vanish overnight. Collapse is sudden, violent, and always a shock. Imagine waking up to find your money worthless, your government gone, and chaos in the streets. This isn't fiction. It's happened before. Rome, France, the Soviet Union all believed their way of life would last forever. They were wrong. This essay is a warning. We'll revisit 3 moments. Rome in 410 AD, France in 1940, and the Soviet Union in 1991. Ordinary people, just like us, watched their worlds end in a flash. We'll explore the 6 stages of collapse that repeat through history. The pattern is always the same. The real question isn't about the past, it's about today. Are we, in the United States, ignoring the same warning signs? This isn't about predicting the future, but learning from the past. The fall of an empire shatters millions of lives at once. Understanding this story is crucial, because everything we value is at stake. The unthinkable can happen, and it can happen fast. History's lesson is clear. No one is immune. Let's begin. Empires don't fade away. They collapse. Collapse is sudden, not gradual. People inside empires are always the most surprised. They believe their power is eternal. That's their greatest weakness. Rome seemed invincible. Roads, laws, armies. Yet in 410 AD, the Visigoths sacked the city. Overnight, the impossible became reality. France in 1940 had a mighty army and the Maginot Line. But the Germans bypassed it, and France fell in 6 weeks. Parisians woke to enemy soldiers in their streets. The shock was total. The Soviet Union in 1991 was a superpower. No one believed it could vanish, but the system was rotten inside. When it cracked, it collapsed almost instantly. On Christmas Day, the Soviet flag was lowered for the last time. An empire that shaped the century was gone, just like that. The illusion of forever blinds us to how quickly things can change. History's lesson: collapse is always closer than we think. The world can change overnight. No empire is immune. The warning signs are always ignored until it's too late. The stories differ, but the pattern is the same. The illusion of forever is history's cruelest trick. We must not fall for it. The next collapse could be ours. Collapse begins with denial. The problems are visible, but leaders and citizens refuse to see them. In Rome, the empire was too big, the economy weak, the military stretched thin. Everyone knew, but they clung to the myth of Rome's eternity. Denial is a drug. It comforts while the world crumbles. France in the 1930s was divided, its leaders stuck in the past, trusting the Maginot Line. They dismissed Hitler, celebrated empty agreements, and denied the looming threat. The Soviet Union in the 1980s claimed to be a paradise, but reality was empty shelves and lost wars. Leaders were out of touch. Propaganda never wavered. The truth was obvious, but the system denied it. Denial is fatal optimism. It blinds societies to danger until it's too late. The cracks are always there. People hope problems will vanish, but they only grow. Collapse starts with the refusal to face reality. History repeats because denial is easy. The first stage is always the same. The warning signs are ignored, until denial gives way to disaster. Denial can't last forever. The second stage is the credibility break. A single event shatters trust. In Rome, the Battle of Adrianople destroyed a Roman army and killed the emperor. The myth of invincibility died. In France, the Germans crossed the Meuse at Sedan. The government's strategy collapsed in hours. Panic spread. Promises of security were worthless. In the Soviet Union, Chernobyl exploded. The government lied, endangering millions. When the truth emerged, trust was gone. Once credibility breaks, it's almost impossible to restore. The bond between people and state is severed. Collapse accelerates. The illusion of control vanishes. The system is exposed as hollow. The fall becomes unstoppable. After credibility breaks, collapse accelerates. Stage 3 is the cascade. One failure triggers another. The systems holding society together fail at once. In Rome, borders collapsed, taxes soared, food ran short, and politics froze. Each problem made the others worse. In France, panic seized the army and government. Refugees clogged roads, leaders fled, and order vanished. The world's most respected army dissolved in weeks. In the Soviet Union, the Berlin Wall fell, satellite states broke away, and republics declared independence. The central government lost control. The economy crashed. Politics descended into chaos. The cascade is a chain reaction, unstoppable once it begins. Collapse gains momentum. Desperate decisions make things worse. The spiral is swift and brutal. The cascade is the point of no return. Societies unravel in a flash. The boulder is rolling downhill. No one can stop it. Stage 4 is fragmentation. The central government loses power. Authority splinters. Local leaders, generals, or warlords take control of their regions. The empire becomes a patchwork of competing factions. In Rome, generals in Gaul, Britain, and Spain acted as independent rulers. Loyalty shifted from emperor to local strongmen. The empire fractured into warring territories. In France, the government fled. Vichy collaborated, and resistance groups formed their own networks. No single authority remained. In the Soviet Union, power shifted to republic presidents like Yeltsin. The army fractured, unsure who to obey. The mighty state was now a collection of rivals. Fragmentation is the death of unity. The center cannot hold. The fifth stage is freefall, maximum chaos. The old system is gone. Nothing has replaced it. Law, order, and services vanish. Survival becomes daily struggle. In Rome, the Visigoths sacked the city. Government vanished. Rich fled. Chaos reigned. The city emptied as people sought safety elsewhere. In France, millions fled, bombed and starving. Law broke down, shops were looted, and leaders disappeared. The world turned upside down overnight. In the Soviet Union, the economy collapsed, savings evaporated, and crime ruled the streets. Soldiers sold weapons to eat, pensions vanished, and hardship was everywhere. Freefall is terror and uncertainty. Neighbors become enemies. The rules are gone. The center of the world becomes a ghost town. The nightmare is real. Freefall is the darkest hour. The future is unknown. The struggle is for survival. The old world is lost. Only chaos remains. After freefall comes the reset. Chaos ends, but the new order is poorer, simpler, and often violent. Power shifts by force, not election. The old empire is gone. Smaller, weaker states emerge. In Rome, the Dark Ages began. Warring kingdoms, lost knowledge, and hardship. Europe took centuries to recover. In France, the reset was German occupation and Vichy rule, marked by repression and loss of freedom. The nation was humiliated and divided. In the Soviet Union, the 1990s brought gangster capitalism, poverty, and a lost superpower. The new order was born from chaos. The reset is not recovery, it's survival. The world is diminished. The pain lingers for generations. The reset is history's harshest lesson. Today is November 6th, 2025. As we reflect on Rome, France, and the Soviet Union, we must ask, do we hear echoes in America? Denial is powerful. Deep divisions, soaring debt, and lost trust are ignored. Many believe, it can't happen here. That's the illusion of forever. Trust in government and institutions is at a historic low. Every issue becomes a crisis. Compromise is impossible. Fragmentation grows as we retreat into tribes. This isn't doom, it's a plea to pay attention. America isn't Rome or the USSR, but no nation is immune to history. The greatest danger is believing we are. Collapse begins with a failure of imagination. History is a river that can flood without warning. The cracks are showing. The time for denial is over. We must face our problems honestly and rebuild trust. Our republic is a responsibility, not a guarantee. If we ignore the warnings, the unthinkable could happen. Fast.